What's going on, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the cash app's at the top right corner of the video. But let's get into it, man, because today we got to talk about Rory and Mal. Now, this goes back to the legal action. This goes back to the defamation lawsuit or legal action that Drake is trying to take against UMG. Rory and Mal had a conversation. Rory asking Mal, can Drake actually claim defamation against UMG when he also defamed Kendrick Lamar with false accusations? Now, this is an argument that has been going on since the legal action had took place with Drake and UMG. Can Drake really sue for defamation when he's out here doing the same thing and accusing Kendrick Lamar of a lot of things and a lot of false accusations as well? This is the conversation that Rory and Mal have. I'll play the clip right now.
Like, oh, Drake is mad he lost. Well, y'all said he lost the Pusha battle, right? No lawsuit came of that. So you got to know that this situation is totally different. Obviously, there's something that was directly violated between him and his contract with UMG. But also,
so this is what Mal is saying. He's saying that no defamation happened when he went against Pusha T. When Drake went against Pusha T, there was no defamation case that was thrown at him. There wasn't anything thrown at him. Probably not, because, I mean, what can you defame when he just told you that he had a kid? I don't know. I don't understand the argument there. But I guess what he's trying to say is that this is something that Drake normally doesn't do. He doesn't sue or take legal action. But this time it was different because of a certain reason. My opinion on that is, though, is that Pusha T just exposed that Drake had a kid. And it was true. So I don't know if it's defamation, if it happens to be true. I don't know the actual legality, but y'all could tell me in the comments. But I don't think there was any case there for Pusha T. But him saying that he's suing now because it's different scenario and there's a different case he's about to get into right now.
So drastically different battles because there wasn't any real defamation within. You're hiding a child is not grounds for defamation.
More of a revelation. No, I understand that, but also, was he in the middle of renegotiations at that time?
No.
Did UMG put money behind?
I think the only defamation he could have done was that rumor that he was going to use his son as like an Adidas press line, and then he said fuck Adidas and went with Nike because I guess there was rumors that Adidas was the ones that told everyone about the hidden kid or whatever. Either way, that would have been the only case. Do you find it odd with the verbiage of defamation when one could say Drake did the same to Kendrick? Leave UMG out of this. Drake also said things that could be, a cause for defamation if Kendrick did not do those.
Yeah, but did the label put money behind Family Matters? And is Kendrick in the middle of negotiating his contract with the same label?
I know that.
Now, this is something that Mal is trying to say. He's trying to say that the reason why Drake is taking legal action against Kendrick Lamar is because this becomes an issue for him when he's trying to renegotiate his contract. I'm not sure where he's going with this argument, but I guess Rory already knows where he's coming from, because I guess Rory already knew that Drake was in the process of renegotiating his contract. I guess what the rumor is that Drake is already set to renew his contract with UMG. And I think that him doing all of this legal action has a lot to do with the contract that he's about to re-sign. This is kind of like what Mal is getting at.
Answer, I just wanted you to say it.
No, but that's what people are not understanding about this thing. It's not about what Kendrick said. It's Kendrick said this, but then the label amplified that to try to assassinate my character because I'm going through a renegotiation with them at the point in time.
Yep.
And the number I asked for is probably something that probably he's absolutely worth, but UMG is like, we don't want to pay him that.
Yeah.
Because what did they give him his last deal? 400 million, 500 million, something like that?
I believe it was 4.
We think
he's probably asking for at least
around 4.
Yeah, he's probably asking for at least double that.
So they're saying that, and yes, Drake did sign to UMG for $400 million. However, what Mal is trying to claim is that Drake wants double what he had just signed for previously. But Kendrick getting into a beef with Drake is definitely going to affect that deal if he wants to double it. I don't think he would be able to double it because of everything. And I believe what Drake, or what at least what Mal is trying to say about Drake, is that him not being able to double it because of this beef is why he's taking legal action. Because I feel at this point, what the rumors are, or whatever it is, whatever Mal is trying to say, whatever, because this is what I'm getting from hearing this video, is that this is all just a plot against Drake. I guess this is like in like whatever perspective that they have looking at this, they think that UMG is trying to affect the negotiation that Drake is trying to make with them by helping Kendrick Lamar? I'm not too sure, bro. This sounds very confusing. It sounds like this is like the type of stuff that he's trying to get his label at for, trying to sabotage their own artists. It doesn't make sense. Honestly, it doesn't really make sense at all. But we'll see what they say.
Oh, I think Drake would be asked for $1 billion.
And
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. And UMG probably was like, we can't give him $1 billion because if we give him $1 billion, that might open the floodgate for other artists to feel like, well, shit, y'all gave Drake $1 billion. I could at least get 250.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I just think that people don't understand that it's just a business thing behind this. And again, you have some things maybe in this contract to where you can't post my home on a streaming platform with fucking sex offender pin drops above it. Like, what if that's in his contract and they directly violated that? Is he wrong?
Yeah. It just has the regular public that doesn't particularly care about music business stuff. They're just music consumers and fans. They want to be entertained. Would look at the history of rap and all the things that could be labeled.
To say that the label is worried about paying their artists, I guess it would make sense. The only thing is, though, is that what they pay one artist is not going to be promised to another artist. I mean, that's a guarantee, bro. Just because Drake, let's say Drake gets signed for $800 million, double what he signed for now, because I'm assuming that's the plan, right? That's not going to guarantee that the next artist that signed to UMG is going to get a big bag. And just because people know that Drake's getting a big bag doesn't mean that every artist is expecting the same or is going to ask for the same. When you sign to a label, they sign you to what you're worth. Just because you think you're worth something doesn't mean that they think you're worth that amount of money. Even with Drake having a problem trying to negotiate his contract, it seems like it's already becoming a problem. It seems like it's already an issue. And because of Kendrick Lamar and because of all the things that are going on and what Drake is accusing UMG of, it seems that negotiation is becoming a lot more difficult to find an actual number to sign to. I don't know if Drake is going to sign to UMG again. Who knows? Who knows if he goes independent? Who knows if he actually signs? But it seems like somebody out there, I think Drake or somebody out there in that team, is accusing UMG of foul play because they don't want to do a negotiation. I don't know. Pretty strange. But that looks like what it is.
Labeled as defamation, down to like what Pac was even going to do with the Machiavelli cover with Puff and Big, like fucking each other on the back cover.
Yeah,
like,
but Rory, like you go back to when we first, because we've been talking about this shit since what, May? One of the first things I said was a diss record went #1. That was the oddest thing. I'm old enough to have seen the Pac and Biggie beef. Neither one of those records went #1.
Didn't Back on #1?
Megan's diss to Nicki went #1 as well.
Didn't Back
One of the first #1s this year.
Huh?
Yeah, on the rap charts, maybe. Yeah. Not Like Us went #1 on.
Not Like Us went #1 because it's been the most streamed song of 2024. I'm tired of everybody being surprised that Not Like Us went #1, bro. This was the song of the year, bro. Of course it's #1. It's #1 for a reason. Everybody who's saying that a diss song going #1 caught them by surprise needs to chill out, bro. It's possible. We're seeing the impossible happen in front of our eyes. You got to stop with, yo, this is suspicious. This is strange. Obviously, we know what's going on here when they say that. Obviously, we know the conversation that Drake is trying to claim. We know that the inflation of numbers and the view botting conversation has been going around. But whether they like it or not, if they're calling the fans bots, call me a bot, bro, because I heard that shit like 100,000 times. I'm going to tell you right now, everybody else could say the same thing. I think each person in this world, in this country, in the hip hop scene has heard Not Like Us more than at least 50 times. Like whether it be on your phone, whether you looked up the song to play it, whether you're in the grocery store, going to a basketball game, you've heard that song. For the better part of the year, I've heard Not Like Us being played constantly. Even without trying to hear it, I've heard the song, bro. So people could just stop with the, oh, how is a diss track #1? Nah, bro, it's #1 for a reason. You know it, and I know it. And you know why, and I know why. It's not because of numbers. It's because the song did crazy well. Did magnificently well. You could talk about view bots all you want, bro, but that song blew up. That was the video. Y'all can tell me how y'all feel about this conversation that they had talking about Drake negotiation deal. That's the reason why he's taking legal action, allegedly, because this might affect his deal. Very strange conversation to have. we know that UMG is not going to sign. It's not going to sign Drake to whatever amount of money he wants. They're only going to sign him to what they think he's worth. He's trying to prove his worth while going at a beef with Kendrick Lamar. That seems like that's his fault. I mean, realistically, it's not Kendrick's fault that you decided to get into a beef with him. You're the one that decided to respond to like that. So at the end of the day, why are we trying to point fingers at Kendrick ruining his negotiation with UMG by getting into a beef and then saying that he's taking legal action because of this reason? You're the reason why you got into a beef in the first place. So it doesn't make sense, bro. But y'all can tell me how y'all feel in the comments. Tell me how y'all feel. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. We'll keep it a legend.